your brighter side, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you patronize, you're so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side. And it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it. Thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
To submit your kicks to the Shoe Creator Challenge, you're gonna have to use the Shoe Creator tool in NBA 2K21, which can be found in the Features tab in the main menu.
From there, the choices begin. You'll have several different brands to choose from, and you can make your shoes either high tops, mid tops, or low tops.
When you're
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Up next, the Clippers taking on the Knicks. For Los Angeles, a great chance to win every time they take the floor, and they know it. This is a team that sits third in the Wild West. Knicks, Clippers, coming right up after this. Hello to all the mothers out there. Happy Mother's Day. Glad to have you with us for this special presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. With us tonight, 1990 NBA Dunk Contest finalist, Kenny the Jet Smith. I remember that 90 event. You were terrific. You were skying all over the place.
Man, thanks for having me. But how did they give Dominique that? He did the same dunk 3 times. If you do the same dunk, you're going to get the same score. That doesn't make sense to me. But hey, man, happy to be here.
Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA. It's a different model from college. Guys, we'll see how this works out in the years to come."
DA, thanks a lot. Kenny, of course, you were nicknamed the Jet for a reason. Who do you think is the fastest player right now going end-to-end in the league?
With the ball, right now is De'Aaron Fox with the ball. Russell Westbrook is probably just...
Ben Simmons isn't too far behind them either.
But he's more speed and power.
Yeah.
But in talk about...
But
I had a thing one time, and it was they scored. The team scored with 7 minutes and 17 seconds. I scored. It was 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
Two
and
seconds.
And it was only on an outlet.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long pass.
You got it in stride.
In stride, and then 2 seconds later.
Wow.
So De'Aaron Fox could do that.
That's fast.
Yeah, that's jet-like.
Thus, the name. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Filling out the wings are Bullock and Barrett. Randall out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Peyton in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. They get it again. Noel. And that's good off the glass that time.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
The 3. A nice shot by George.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
New York comes into this one following a loss to the Suns. Near the three-point line, it's Bullock. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Now, here's Bullock, defended by George. George with the defensive effort. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. No good that time. So New York will take it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're a perimeter defendant, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
I think when you shoot as poorly as they did from deep in that basketball game, it's not going to go your way very often. The 3 ball, too critical in today's NBA.
And here is Peyton. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Pass to Randall. Back to Peyton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The NBA definitely is a global product, and at the same time, Commissioner Silver reaffirming the league's American values of free speech. This caught some people off guard, perhaps. It's not always easy, is it?
Well, he's got the most difficult job, and you got to give the commissioner a lot of credit, staying true to who he is and what he feels the league is about, and able to tell that story to the world, and not just here nationally, but internationally.
Sacrifice money that was coming into the league for values that he thought were important.
Bottom line, freedom is not free.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
And the second free throw, good. Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Peyton kicks to Barrett. Shoots over Leonard. Barrett, no good.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And George gets it to go.
Such a terrific jump shooter. George can do it all from the standstill or on the move.
To the right side. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. To the wing on the left for three, Bullock. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton.
Well, what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
The Clippers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Paul George. Looking at the top 5 picks in the 2018 draft, Kenny, all of them have shown good play, tremendous promise. But if you could choose one for your team, which one would it be? I mean, the Doncic and Young and Jackson and Ayton and
if I had to go over and pick it now,
I mean, there's so many of them.
Man, I'm going straight with Doncic.
I mean, there could be only one. It's not even close.
Yeah,
Doncic is the only guy on that list that, when it's all said and done, he's got a chance to be a top 10 all-time player.
Yeah, you know what he reminds me of? A more aggressive deadlift shrimp.
Ooh, I think even more than that. To me, he's a combination. I heard Larry and Magic. He's a combination of Larry and LeBron. Because
I can see that.
Magic wasn't like the scorer that those two are. Like, those guys are scorers.
Yeah, I get it.
And then great passing ability. And the other thing about him, he's a better athlete, and he's a tremendous rebounder. I mean, that guy is special.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
There's a break in the action, so let's now take a look at the teams with the highest field goal shooting percentage. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Fifth, the Clippers.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
Now here's Payton. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Kicks it to Noel. 6 to shoot. Back to Payton. Poke loose. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Here's Morris. Basket good.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
Payton finds Barrett. Here's Noel. No good on the 3. Clippers leading by 9. Here's Leonard, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Hard to defend from there. All Leonard needs is some room to shoot, and he's taking it.
Pass to Bullock. Barrett wide open, he fires, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
And it's been said we're witnessing the golden era for league guards. Kenny, do you agree with that? And if so, is it the players or the style of play that's key?
I don't know if it's the golden era but it is a great era. But the NBA that is the toughest position because you can have a bad team, but you're going to always see a great guard, and that's always been the case. Even in our era, if I was playing against the Dallas Mavericks, they were terrible at the time, and Hakeem would go, "Well, you got to play against Jason Kidd," and so it's always the position in game. And so you got Westbrook, you got CP3, you got Trae Young now, you got the young, the old, you got it's always the tough position.
Here's Bullock following the basket by Marcus Morris. Bullock passes to Peyton. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 11 points.
One of the most productive finishers in the NBA. Paul George can beat you with power or finesse.
No one covering. Bullock's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Knicks.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
A nice shot by George.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Passes it to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
Here's George, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Nerlens Noel did not like that at all.
We'll still be talking about that tomorrow. George delivers a work of art.
And so Peyton will bring it up for the Knicks. They trail by 14. And it's Bullock missing.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable. And I'll tell you, the team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
To the wing right side. Offensive rebound. Noel. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on George.
Boy, what's better than Nerlens Noel playing with force on the interior? What a big reason he's earned this trip to the line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he makes the first.
And you know, guys, listen, Noel brings value. The reason he's a menace on the defensive end and an absolute warrior on the glass.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. He's perfect from the line this time. The NBA being so much about entertainment, Kenny. If you had to choose the best showman in the league, who would you pick?
Ooh, the best showman.
With style and charisma.
Steph Curry.
Yeah, he'd be right up there, wouldn't he?
LeBron is a showman, but Steph is, I think, the top of the league. Giannis is a showman, but he's by grit, Harden, and maybe someday Zion.
I would go with that as well. The one thing that the one reason that I have a little concern with Steph is we haven't those other, like LeBron doesn't have to have a great team. You know, he can make a team great. That's the one difference with him. I think Giannis can do that.
He made that team great before Kevin Durant got there.
No. Well, he's playing with a few other Hall of Famers. My point is, if you put him out there with guys who weren't all-star caliber players, that's my concern. We've seen, I'm with you, Giannis has done that, LeBron has done that. Steph's a showman in his current existence. And Luka, without a doubt.
All-time showman.
And so here is New York. Rajon Rondo getting it to go from deep. The pass to Rose. New York moving it around. And Barrett slams it in.
Wow, look at the way the big man Noel set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Rose finds Noel. Nice D from Cousins.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And that one drops.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Here's Rose. The Clippers getting the bucket. Pass to Barrett. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Beverly.
Listen, if you're that wide open, you have to take the shot, even if it's not your favorite.
Shot's good by Kennard.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
New York's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Cousins against Noel. He kicks it to Barrett. Connects from three-point range. Barrett's got 7 points in the game. Kenny, these days you need versatile defenders. In your opinion, who does the best job of guarding from point guard to center in the NBA?
You got Kawhi, you got AD. I would add Paul George in the mix.
Sure.
I would add Patrick Beverly in the mix. I would add PJ Tucker, guys who can play multiple defending positions. Avery Bradley, I would add him in there. You notice most of them on the same team, huh?
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And he makes that one. He's got 10.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against the Los Angeles Lakers. And it's Beverly missing. New York shooting around 46% at this point. Quickly, off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 22. Fires from the wing. It's rebounded by Barrett. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. It's tipped. Noel against Cousins. Barrett the open look. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Beverly for 3. Cans it from downtown.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Beverly's gone 3 for 5 from the field. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And the Clippers making a change here. Mann's checked in. And then for New York, Kevin Knox is checked in for Nerlens Noel. And it's Burks in for R.J. Barrett. Dishes it to Rose. Banked in off the glass.
Well, you love the attitude of Derrick Rose. You want to play great defense? No problem. I can still finish.
Here's Beverly.
And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Burks. He's putting up about 12 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Beverly.
And we know Patrick Beverly is one of those guys, you love having him on your team. But if you're an opponent, you absolutely despise this guy's toughness and the way he embraces the defensive end of the floor. Patrick Beverly has dug it out of the dirt and created a great career.
All free throws good from Beverly. Now, here's Burks. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, terrific quickness. The burst of Alec Burks looking strong inside.
That's a 2 from Kennard. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Rose attacking. And it's blocked.
Wow, Patrick Beverly, barely 6 feet. Send it back, young Patrick.
34 seconds left to play in the first. Let's go. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Really good use of the pull-up jumper by Patrick Beverley, understanding when to rise and fire.
Rose goes in. And it's Toppin that time on the assist by Rose.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Man passes to Cousins. Shoots over Toppin. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 5.
Let's remember, this is a 5-star recruit in high school, voted to the first-team All-Rookie as an NBA first-year player. Cousins, one of those guys who developed early.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
.11 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Rose goes in. Toppin, no one around him. Offline with his 3. He gets it up. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what has become a big-time blowout in progress. And we'll be back with you shortly. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. And I feel like you could learn more from a loss than you can from a win. And my teammates have been great. The whole organization has been great. We just, whatever happens, we've kind of been sticking together and going through it all together. So that's been good.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grip.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers, guys.
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Offensively, they took care of the ball. And defensively, they forced a number of miscues.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for the Clippers right now, they've got Batum. Kennard is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Man in at the 3 spot.
And you look at Paul George. I mean, he's got the capability to lead the league in scoring, but he's just as focused on locking you down.
That sets him apart. How many guys could say, I could get 20 on you and stop you from getting 20? Few guys can do that.
Deep 2 from Beverley. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And so it's New York with it. The Clippers getting the bucket.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
And the Clippers call time here.
I got the new they make the move, checking my proof. The top is crucial. Got nothing to lose, got nothing to lose. Jumping out the jail with the shoes. NBA jam, better what choose. Ballin', ooh, 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 big dough, hanging out the window.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. Paul George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Burks looking around. The 10-footer. And he hits the jumper for 2. Burks has got 9 points.
Boy, you gotta like the work ethic Burks brings to the offensive end. He's solid at getting whatever shot he wants.
Kenny, when you came into the NBA as a rookie, was there a veteran who stepped in to become your mentor?
My first coach, Bill Russell, was a mentor.
Was your mentor?
Yes, yes. You know, which is even funnier, like the former players of North Carolina were my mentors. Because we played
some of those guys.
Michael Jordan, Sam Perkins, Walter Davis.
That's like a Hall of Fame class.
Yeah. I mean, all those guys were still in the league, and they would come back and they would tell stories about what it takes to be in the NBA and how you got to stay there. So those were my mentors.
And you drank in every word.
Oh, every second, yeah.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Now, here's Burks. 9 points in the game so far. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Jackson, that's good. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. Payton passes to Bullock. Looking to end the run. And the rejection by Zubac. And the shot is good. LA's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Jackson, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
The Clippers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
One shot.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Bullock. And here's Burks. Knox the pass to Bullock. Yep, that one goes. Bullock's got 8.
Kevin Knox is improving his playmaking ability. Nice to see him use his court vision on that pass.
They get it back. Zubac's no good. And so Payton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Passes it to Randall. Takes a 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Clippers shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. And he comes up with the deuce.
The advanced skills of PG-13 on full display. He's been lights out tonight.
Now Payton, they get a hand on it. The pass to Knox. Back to Payton, trying his luck from deep. Paul George grabs the miss. And here are the Clippers now. Shoots. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. George has got 23 points.
What you love about Paul George is if he understands he's got his game in rhythm, he's going to stay aggressive.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Here's Jackson. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers. Goes up on the wing. No good there. The Knicks go the other way with it. Bullock kicks to Payton. The three-pointer, no good.
I'll tell you, no matter what he does, he can't find his rhythm, and you get the sense he's starting to press a little bit.
Zubac's no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Out to the right wing. No one near Randall as he lets it go. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Randall's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for New York. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. That one wide left.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Noel's checked in for New York. R.J. Barrett comes in for Reggie Bullock. Here's Payton. To the middle. And there's Randall on the assist from Payton. Randall's got 8 points in the quarter.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. That'll put Paul George on the line. It's going to go on Alec Burks. For Los Angeles, they haven't yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Rajon Rondo's checked in for the Clippers.
One shot.
The key asset is one of the biggest trade packages in NBA history. When George feels 100% physically, he's absolutely worth it.
Now here's Payton. Burks on the wing. With the teardrop, that's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Payton's got his 8th assist in the game.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
Pass to Burks. Now, here's Barrett. That three off the mark. Barrett against Morris. Over Barrett, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Morris has got 6.
Ooh, how about the level of focus from the big man? Marcus Morris doesn't allow the defense to alter his shot. Up top, Burks, defended by George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And looking at the Boston matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And he knocks down the first one.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
And the Knicks making a change here. Rose is checked in. And Burks hits 2 free throws. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Here's George. No good. Randall with some nice D. Here's Barrett. The teardrop falls in. He's got 9.
This guy's such an instinctive scorer. R.J. Barrett goes to the floater game.
Rondo. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
One shot.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
New York's gotten half their shots from three-point range to go down in the second quarter. 3 of 6 from downtown. Back to Rose. Count it, good.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
From deep, George sinks the three-pointer. George has got 31 points.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Here's Rose, and finished off by Rose.
Well, that's one of Derrick Rose's specialties, finishing at the rim. Go ahead and flex those muscles, D. Rose.
Here's Morris. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Randall throws it down.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Rose gets a wide open look. Nets the corner 3. Rose has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, offensively, this guy has been cooking. They're definitely not losing because of him.
Wasted no time on that one.
It's clear how comfortable George is shooting from there. Feels like it's in the bag every time.
Out to the right wing. A three-pointer off the mark. Clippers shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field. And it's Leonard missing. New York's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter. 4 for 8. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, you can't fall asleep on R.J. Barrett. Got the size, got the ups. Go ahead. Easy work right there, R.J.
And the Clippers call time here. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that.
So, for the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Toppin, he's checked in for the Knicks. Los Angeles has gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. Here's Rondo. And the Clippers miss again. Guys, some great passing from them.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
The Clippers shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. Cans the shot from the wing. Rondo's got 5 points now this quarter.
No doubt about that. It's a bonus anytime you can get Rondo to knock down those contested jump shots. Great focus there on the finish.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Batum. He's getting around 8 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
The free throw drops for Rose.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
And Rose drops them both.
Well, an interesting thing about Derrick Rose, right? Over his career, he's been an up-and-down jump shooter, but he's been remarkably consistent from the free throw line.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
All alone. It's good. And Los Angeles guys shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Rondo's shot is off. New York's gone an even 50% from three-point range in the second quarter, 4 for 8. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, R.J. Barrett wants to get in transition and get a basket before the defense can settle in.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And Kenny, great to have you on the show as always. You got to come back soon. Promise us you'll come back soon.
I'm coming back next week.
Good.
I am not. There's more food down here. It's friendly about here. It's more room, man. I can't wait to be here.
A little more air.
Everything, man. Everything's more down here.
And Greg, a lot of fun to be joined by Kenny the Jet. As brilliant as he was on the court, he is just as amazing off it.
And, you know, Kenny has this amazing knack for describing what he sees with such clarity. Rare gift, and I'm glad he can share it with us.
Toppin, that's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And another 3 for the Clippers.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
To the inside, Toppin, and Toppin throws it down.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
His 3-pointers off the mark. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Good on the shot. 20 seconds left to play here in the half. Outside Rose. Knocked loose. Stolen by Zubac. Here's Kennard. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Kennard's got 6.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on a swivel.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game relaxed, just with more intensity. I mean, my teammates are getting me involved on the offensive end. I'm playing great on defense. We just got to keep it up second half and not let it up.
Hey, Kawhi, thank you very much for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And rejoining us here at the table, hey, he's back, Kenny the Jet Smith. Kudos to you, sir, for your sharp and incisive analysis of the game.
Oh, thank you, Ernie. Thank you. Always a pleasure to break down the game with the great ones.
Trader. Excuse me. Yeah, Brad, you have fun over there.
I'm back
there. And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we're getting back to the action with the third quarter ahead in this Mother's Day broadcast of the NBA. You look at Paul George in this game, guys, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Greg, I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. Barrett and Randall are in the forward positions. Elfrid Payton is out there with Reggie Bullock, and it's Noel in at the center position. Now, here's Bullock. Rajon Rondo missing his last shot. Pass to Randall. Fires at the elbow. Here's Barrett. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Barrett's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Knicks pull it in.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Right wing. And here's Bullock from the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, excellent start to this second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
Leonard. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Leonard's got 9.
Kawhi Leonard's length lets him play bigger than his size.
Barrett for 3. No good that time. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's Jackson. Out of hand on it. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Randall. Here's Noel. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And this is the time they wanted to mount the rally and get back into it.
Leonard, that's for 2. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. He's got 11.
You've got to keep the defense on their heels, and Kawhi consistently able to make pull-up jump shots.
Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Patterson, he's checked in for Zubats. Los Angeles leading by 19 points.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college, but boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning, no lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. Clippers leading by 17. Here's Leonard. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 13 points.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Payton passes to Bullock. For 3, Barrett. Good on the three-point shot. Barrett's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Knicks.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Got that one up quick.
There's a nuance to the passing skill of Rondo. He just is able to whip that ball around to the open man.
Feeds it to Noel. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Always helps to get these kinds of looks, right? Super easy to convert from that distance.
Jackson, good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 5 assists in the game. Knicks trail by 18. Payton passes to Barrett. No one near Payton as he lets it go. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. Here's Jackson. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Payton can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 20. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. New York's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. And here's Barrett. 23 points in the game. Passes to Bullock. Launches it. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Knicks trail by 21. Payton drives in, and the dunk by Payton.
Timeout. Well, the burst and the vertical of Elfrid Payton to hammer it home.
And the Clippers call time here. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you. Different look for New York. Kevin Knox comes in for Noel. And it's Burks in for Reggie Bullock. Clippers leading by 19. Beverly with the ball. That one, no good. Randall with some nice D. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. No good with the triple. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Ring shot on the way. Knicks with the rebound. Payton's got 4 rebounds now tonight. A finish, and Randall throws it down.
Well, Julius Randle, once he starts percolating, is a dangerous offensive player.
Clippers shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game. Rose, he's checked in for Payton. Clippers with the ball. They lead by 17. And it's in there.
In such a rhythm right now. Feathery touch. He's lighting them up.
New York's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Down low, here's Knox. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Absolutely ferocious finish from Mr. Knox. Just salute him.
And that one's good. Beverly.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
And there's the pass to Barrett. Here's Knox. Inside. Pass to Rose. Here's the three. Knox misses. Clippers leading by 19 points. From deep, George hits the three-point bomb. George has got 36.
You have got to be aware of Paul George. He is a knockdown shooter from deep.
Burks the pass to Barrett. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. He's still up. Now he is 9 of 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
The shot's good.
Well, this shot is in his bag. Julius Randle more than happy to take the jumper if you concede it.
And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Mann's gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Rose against Beverly. Stolen by George. Now the Clippers moving it up. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, the tenacity of Patrick Beverly to play through the contact. Now he must complete the play with a free throw.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
One shot.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. Boy, not only can Paul George get off the dribble drive, but you see the strength to absorb the contact and finish. Nice.
Now, here's Burks. 15 points in the game. Count it. And so Cousins will bring it up for Los Angeles. And here's George for 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Randall's got 6 rebounds in the game. Some nice passing by New York here. 18 feet out, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Well, you cannot sleep on Julius Randle. Catch and shoot jumper. Okay, Julius, we see you.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion game. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. Zubats is checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Both free throws good from Beverly. New York's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Burks the pass to Toppin. Off target with his 3. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Drills the three-pointer. Batum's got 5.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
George against Burks. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Over Burks. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. The Knicks shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. The dish to Rose. Randall outside. Burks against George. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Well, you got to help out the team whenever you can, and this group of shooting guards have helped out on the glass for their respective teams this year. Paul George on top.
Well, what he may give away in terms of size to some of the big men down low, no doubt he makes up for it with his agility and determination. That's what allows him to be such an outstanding rebounder.
You know, the strength he has is a factor as well. He is sneaky strong for an off guard, and seeing him out-muscle a bigger opponent for a rebound is becoming a common sight.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Randall. He's got 20. Rose dishes to Toppin. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Derrick Rose.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so he hits both.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Deep 2 from Beverly. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Beverly's got 25 points in the game.
Well, Patrick Beverly has found a rhythm, and the defense better start reacting to this guy.
On its way from Rose for 2, and again it's the Knicks missing. George, that's a two-pointer. Again, Los Angeles.
This guy has been unstoppable. It has not mattered at all what the defense throws at him. He's had an answer.
Pass to Burks. Takes the 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 20 points for him.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
And it's George missing. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for New York. Burks' shot is good.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Beverly for 3. They grab their own miss. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Rose. He's got 15.
Nicholas Batum. That's his third personal foul.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. And then for New York, Noel comes in for Julius Randle. And it's Reggie Bullock in for Burks. And so he makes both from the line. 36 seconds left here in the third quarter. There's Jackson with the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Jackson against Rose. Passes it to Bullock. Over Morris. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Bullock's got 16.
Well, this is a nice pass. And when healthy, Rose still one of the best floor generals out there.
And they pick up 2. 9 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Rose, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Nicholas Batum.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Rose drops them both. On the wing, Jackson. And no good in the last second attempt this time. And so it's Los Angeles, out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We've got more in store for you right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Patrick Patterson is out there with Morris. Then it's Luke Kennard. And there's Jackson. And it's Oturu in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Kennard. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
Now the pass to Bullock. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Knox. There's the 3. They get the rebound. Bullock, good.
Reggie Bullock.
Bullock's got 10 points in just the second half.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Morris with the bucket.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for New York. Pass to Bullock. There's the triple. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
It's so obvious Ntilikina is a pass-first point guard. This guy is an exceptional passer with very good vision.
Here's Knox. Pass to Ntilikina. Back to Knox. For 3, Bullock. And again, New York with the triple.
He has a lot of points from long range this half. He's taken advantage of a really tired defense.
That's a 2 from Kennard. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Kennard's got 4 points now in the quarter. Over to the wing. Here's Knox. And a miss there on the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Patterson, that's good.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
New York's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. For 3, Bullock gets the 3-pointer to fall. Bullock's got 27.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Tries from 16. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And he uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Here's Ntilikina. Sweet little floater.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
From the wing, Shot's good by Kennard.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
And the pass to Toppin. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Bullock. Puts up a three. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And New York with a change here, too. Pell's checked in. You know, Doris, I've heard some experts say, you look at the 6-foul limit, the NBA is basically the only sports that takes stars off the floor. Doris, what would you think if they just tacked on an extra free throw instead?
Kevin, I absolutely hate the idea. The best defensive teams at any level of basketball guard at a high level without fouling. There's the drama aspect of a player being in foul trouble, either at the start of the game or down the stretch. It has an impact on strategy. It's something that I'm a traditionalist on. I think the 6-foul rule should remain in the game.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Cousins is checked in. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Here's Payton. And the dunk by Payton.
Well, just big-time athleticism. When Elfrid Payton is driving with a purpose, he is determined to score.
Jackson misses. For New York, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12, and it's good for 2. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Well, a convincing finish by Patrick Patterson, giving us a demonstration of the kind of power he has at his disposal.
New York's gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Outside Gibson. Kicks it to Payton. To the paint. Here's Pell. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Pell's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Took him no time at all on that one.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
To the wing right side. Here's Knox. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Clippers shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. Man can hit. New York shooting it brilliantly here lately, 60% from the field. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
2 shots.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree. Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And he can't hit the second.
So Kevin Knox, the 9th pick back in the 2018 draft. What an outstanding year he had at Kentucky before deciding to come to the NBA. Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the 3. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot. Not everyone has the green light to take that 3 in transition, but he does, especially with the defense already set up protecting the paint.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And so it's New York with it. To the inside. Ntilikina lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Ntilikina's reach and athleticism is absolutely a factor inside. He can score it in there, make no mistake.
That one falls.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night. You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
And the Clippers call time here. Greg, the NBA under Adam Silver has been aggressive looking for ways to enhance the product and attract fans. Where do you fall on that point? Push the envelope or don't rock the boat, or maybe somewhere in between?
I think it might be somewhere in between. These days, people's attentions can be pulled in so many different directions. I think they're smart to not rest on their laurels and to continue to try to evolve. But with that evolution, sometimes it's not going to come over as well as they would like. But I'm a fan of some of the experiments, I should say, that we've tried thus far, and I hope the league continues to push the envelope.
That's a good thought. And a new group in for the Knicks. Clippers leading by 23. Here's Leonard. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 8 now on the night. To the left wing. Here's Payton. And the 3 off target. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. Man gets the bucket.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Burks for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Burks has got 25 points.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Leonard, that's for 2. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
When Kawhi Leonard is healthy, he can dominate both ends of the floor. Nice job to finish it there.
Barrett the pass to Noel. Burks with it. The 15-footer. That's good on the jump shot. Burks has got 5 points in the quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him, but these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, simply stated, simply not enough effort, not enough attention to detail. They've gotten run over this evening.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Noel after the basket by Los Angeles.
Boy, how about Noel seeing the floor in that instance? His eyes found his teammate, and he put it on time and on target.
Now, here's Barrett. Payton gets the bucket.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Clippers leading by 20. Leonard, that's for 2. Misses off the right iron. The Knicks shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Another shot. And that one is off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. On the wing, Morris. He's covered by Noel, and that one is good.
Well, that's what you call shooting in rhythm. If you give Marcus Morris an inch, he's going to understand, okay, it's my opportunity now. Nice pull-up.
There, the power on that throw-down.
Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense, R.J. Barrett.
Here's Patterson, and it's Patterson finishing it off.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the...
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. And so here is New York. The Clippers getting the bucket. Noel dishes to Barrett. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists. And R.J. Barrett setting records in the ACC for scoring as a freshman. Talk about his offensive package.
Well, Greg, for me, this guy is wired to score. He can dribble it, he can shoot it, and he can pass it. And I think he's at his absolute best when he's attacking the rim.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Reggie Bullock comes in for Burks. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
Playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And, Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great. R.J. Barrett has size, quickness, and a knack for scoring the basketball.
Here's George. Hits the front of the rim and out. Knicks trail by 19. Here's Barrett. The teardrop falls in. Barrett's got 34 points.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
And George, here we go. Count that one. And the Clippers lead by 19.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Here's Morris. A second chance effort. And Jackson finishes inside. Jackson's got 32 points in the game.
And what a resilient finish from Jackson there inside. I love how he just refuses to back down.
And it's Rose penetrating. There's Noel. And the basket is good.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for Los Angeles.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And with this win, it gives them a sweep of the season series, even though it's just a brief 2-game.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for George.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Here's Randall. Paul George making his last shot. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bullock's got 30 points.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
And the Clippers call time here. They're leading by 20. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The feed to Patterson. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
Knicks call.
And so it's New York with it. Ntilikina passes to Knox. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
.29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Noel. Back to Knox. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, this is what we expect. The rise and fire from Kevin Knox in a catch-and-shoot situation. You better guard him now.
Now, here's Beverly. He's guarded closely. Now, Kennard. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, the play of the reserves was great tonight. What does that say about this team?
You know, that's what's great about us. We have a great bench coming in right behind us, picking up the tempo and playing great and playing great defense as well.
Well, it was a team effort tonight that got you the victory, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.